Hey, it's Mike from Louisiana. Welcome to this series called Beginner Basics. If you'd like to see other videos made especially for beginners, then check out the playlist and you can see all the videos here. Let's get into it. In this video, we are going to discuss how to get your first loan for real estate. I know this is probably the most intimidating thing because we all have this image that the bank is like this big bad entity that doesn't want to help anybody except for those guys in their inner circle. But that is the farthest from the truth. There are a couple ways to get money to do real estate. So let's start with the bank. Now, if you've never gotten a loan to do anything real estate, then I want to encourage you to do it. I know this sounds crazy, but I want you to go to your local bank. I want you to walk in and say, hey, who's the commercial loan officer? They will point to the man or the woman in the back behind the glass wall, and you walk in there and say, hey, my name is Mike. I would like to apply for a line of credit. And they're gonna say, what kind of line of credit? You say, I want an unsecured line of credit. Okay, sure, sit down, fill out the application, and give it a shot. I think that you can probably get a couple $1,000 at least in unsecured. We do it all the time. Do you have a credit card? That's an unsecured line of credit. I got my first unsecured line of credit for $10,000. You can easily get 10, 20, 30. Every loan officer has a limit that they can give as unsecured lines of credit. So apply for one, see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? If anything, you'll learn more about your financial situation and where you're at the moment. They may say, hey, we'd love to give you a line of credit, but you need to fix this, 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 this. Well, now you know where you need to start. Go start fixing those things so you can get money. The bank's money is usually the cheapest money you can use when you're investing in real estate. So you always want to try to use their money. The second way to try to get a loan from a bank is to get a property under contract. Go ahead and make an offer on a piece of property. When you get it under contract, run it down to the bank and say, hey, I got a piece of property under contract. I'd like to apply for a loan. And they're going to tell you yes or no. What's the worst that can happen? We're all so scared that we're going to fail and not get the loan. That's okay. It's happened to me. It doesn't matter. All the bank is saying to you is, hey, now's not the time. We got to wait a little bit longer. Let's get this in order. Now I want to stop right here and I want to say something. I typically like to work with the hometown banks. I'm not looking at like the big conglomerates like Chase and Wells Fargo and Capital One. Those guys are making money on people's credit cards. I am going to the local town bank that's got maybe 1 or 2 branches, maybe 4 or 5 branches, and they're looking more for the consumers. That's you and me. So we walk in there and we get to know them, and you might even have a checking account with them already. Some banks don't like commercial. Some banks do like commercial. Some banks want to make you a home loan. Some banks want to make you a jet ski loan. You just got to figure out which bank is which. And the only way you're going to find that out is by going in and talking to them. Okay, now if you go to a bank and you get rejected for an unsecured line of credit, that's okay. Go try another bank. It will eventually happen. Now, let's say you get a line of credit for only $20,000. That may not seem like a lot. Now you can get a $100,000 house under contract and you can put a down payment on it. So now you're looking at a situation where you could typically have a no money down deal on your hands. Don't despise the small line of credit. I mean, I started with the $10,000 line of credit. It wasn't a lot of money, but I only needed to use $2,000 to do my first deal. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out on one of these sides. So even if you get a small line of credit, it's okay. Be faithful with that line of credit, and then in a year or two, you can go back and say, hey, I've been doing well with this line of credit. I would like to apply for an increase. You don't even have to wait that long. Sometimes you can do it within 6 months to a year. If everything's going great, the bank will be glad to lend you more money. Banks love to loan money because they don't make money unless they lend money. So get the intimidation of the bank out of your head. They are not big and bad. They are looking for people to lend to and get their money back. Are you that person? You'll never know until you go and find out. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions or comments, please place them down below. Hit like, subscribe, and check out the other videos in the playlist. I'm Mike from Louisiana. God bless.